What's up, guys? Welcome back. So we are here finally picking up my engine from JDM, California with David. Huge shout out to him for just giving me, always having my back and always watching out for me, man. So yesterday, I came down yesterday, and unfortunately they did not have any more RBB3s. They did have that one, but due to the condition, we ended up switching it over to an RBB4. After doing a little bit of research, I ended up talking with Dana and also Brandon. We have shit up, so we ended up going with a K24 RBB4, and right now David is in the back cleaning up the motor, degreasing it. We already did a compression across the board. It's 200 psi, and this motor is going to be a strong ass motor. So this is just my temporary motor. It is not the full-blown built motor that we are doing, and hopefully here in the next couple of months we'll be building that, as it will be going to the machine shop, and we'll get this motor here installed onto the car. So hopefully you guys are stoked for what's to come. These videos might be up and down. I'm still debating whether I'm going to keep going with YouTube, guys. And honestly, I'm going to try to give you guys a little bit better content every single time we do a video. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get the motor cleaned up, get it loaded, and head back to the house. And as you can see, man, David is degreasing my engine, and he is doing what, you know, a shop owner usually doesn't do, and he's doing it, man. He's getting down on it and degreasing it really good for me. So yeah, as you can see, you know, they stay busy. They got other customers here, and they're gonna continue growing, man, selling more motors and everything else. And then yesterday when I was here, there was actually a set of Recaros that a homie of mine actually wanted. Juan, some of you guys may know him, but even his, I think it's his brother-in-law, Monstro. He does these little cars and coffees here in West Covina, and there was these red Recaros, but I guess they were the anniversary set, and they were actually David's like holy grail set of seats. He ended up coming in, talking to him, I guess, because he only had one, and he ended up finding a second one, so he ended up actually selling them to Juan to have his pair of seats. So, you know, I am looking for a set of seats like this for my car, just because I think it will go great with my setup of being blue, and this is a confetti. So I mean, if I can find a decent price set, I'm gonna go ahead and grab them. And I already talked with David to see in the future if he can find me a good set, and maybe we can get them. But I would like a blue set also, but at the end, I'm not sure if that's a lot of blue in the car. I honestly can't do red, but if there was a black set, maybe, you know. But as you guys can see, they have, you know, front ends here. They have RSX Type Rs, DC4s. I'm not sure what that is, but they do have front ends here. A bunch of other motors, transmissions, everything else, man. So you guys can see they are heavily stocked, and they actually just received a new batch. So yeah, let's go ahead and get it, guys. All right, let's go ahead and pull up the truck and get it over here so we can load up the new engine, guys. Alrighty, guys, the engine is in, and it is a RBB4. So this is a lot better than the RB3. So let's go ahead and head inside, pay our debt, and get home. Shout out to David, JDM, California. New motor is ready for the car.
Stretch our backs already. You fucking old man. You stretch your back. Because the first thing.
Whoa, is that what you're screaming about this morning? I heard something about Carrie. So
Now there's me. It's wait. We need to get the rollie. Like this, right? Okay.
It is heavy. So 1, All right, guys. So pretty much I've been busy, you know, tearing apart the engine, taking things off that I didn't need. Took off the intake manifold. As you guys know, those have the ugly ass manifolds that dip downwards at 2 pieces. And I ended up taking off pretty much everything water pump because it's not useful for me, as I need to run the USDM one on this setup. So that's what I'm gonna be running on this one. From there, I also got to swap over the old oil pump to this one, and we should be okay because I have it for the other one. There is some parts that I'm gonna be looking for the new motor, because I need to find a new water pump housing and everything else, because I want to, when it's time to put the built motor in, I want to keep everything to one block itself. So the built motor will have its own parts, this motor will have its own parts, and that way we don't have to keep taking things off and on. But again, for the other motor, the built motor will have a bunch of brand new parts. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the motor real quick, how it looks, and it's pretty clean. It needs a little bit of elbow grease, some paint, and it will look pretty good in the engine bay once it's completed and painted. So you can see pretty much everything is taken apart. I do got to tear apart the mount section here. I got to take that one off so that I can put the one that I have. This is an RBB4, so this has better heat treated rods from what I'm told by Brandon. We have shit up, and it just will last a lot better compared to the RBB3. I'm not sure how all that comes down to it, but you can see that it is pretty clean. Nonetheless, I mean, I'm probably going to keep that valve cover the way it is. I do want to give it a coat of paint at least, or I might put my black one on. You can see this is the back part of it, which you really won't see, but it is pretty fresh, man. And then the front part is where it does have most of the wear, because, you know, little leaks, dust, and everything do accumulate in the front. So basically a good wash, and it will come pretty much all clean. So I'm very happy with it. Huge shout out to David. As I stated, you know, huge shout out to David from JDM, California. He always has my back. Thank God for him watching out for me, giving me a great deal on this motor. I'm not saying how much or any of that stuff, because that's really nobody else's business. But go ahead and shop with him, because he will give you guys the better motors. As you can see, he took care of me, made sure everything was good on this one. This one had 200 compression all the way across the board. He did have that RBB3. That one was a 180 compression all the way around. It was just, had more leaks on it compared to this one. As you can see, this block is pretty mint for the age of it. This is, again, RBB4, not RBB3, but this is still uses the same thing as the old setup. So hopefully this motor will be 100% ready to go in within the next week or so. I can get it all installed. I just gotta put the ARP head studs on it, and the oil pump, retime it, make sure valve lash is done, and hopefully hit the dyno. The goal for this motor is to actually have it in so that way we can actually hit IFO in December. I'm not sure how all that's gonna go, being 100% honest with you guys. Depending on Armin's time frame that he has, it's all gonna depend on that. And I'm really stoked to be able to put the new turbo setup on the car and see what it makes. And if you guys don't remember what the turbo is going to look like, this is the new turbo, guys. This is the 3584, and it's a pretty big boy. You know, now I can run a turbo guard on it to be safe, and then this one is puny. That's like a pea shooter, and that's a big boy one, you know what I mean? At least for me, right? I'm not sure if you guys want to consider a big boy one or not, but that's the biggest one that I've really ran, except for a 62, 66, stuff like that, you know, that I have ran in the past. But nonetheless, I mean, that turbo should be able to put down some good power on the K24. I am also going to have a homie look at the transmission to make sure the transmission is good. That has to be taken apart. So I'm in the process of talking with Brandon. We have shit up. He said that he'll help me take it apart, check the gears on it, and see how, sorry about that. See how it looks, and if we need to change anything out, he'll help me swap it all out. So again, we'll see how that goes. I'm also not contemplating, or I'm actually contemplating on switching this out to the Clutch Masters throwout bearing. Either way, I'm going to swap this bearing out because it seems a little bit tight. That's what she said. But anyways, so we're going to go ahead and probably swap this out to a new one and make sure that we're good to go, because we are going to be utilizing the old twin disc clutch setup over here, and all that's worn out pretty well. It does have some heat marks, not too bad, but it should be perfectly fine to still run. Alrighty guys, so that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video, and if you guys did, please comment, like, subscribe down there, and let me know in the comments, and honestly, guys, whether I should continue making just the videos. If you guys are down to thug it out, if you guys can please comment, like, and subscribe, because it does help me at least push the video out a little bit, and it does help me, and honestly, with a little bit of equity, you get what I'm saying, a little bit of money. But, you know, it's not mainly all about that, guys. In reality, it's just about providing you guys with better, you know, videos. I know some of them have sucked, which is relaying on the videos. I've tried to do whatever I can, me personally doing whatever I can, and it's been rough. I mean, it's been a rough couple of months here, trying to get used to a lot of stuff with the car being down, trying to make the comeback on it. Even though I've looked, you know, stoked to keep making the comeback, it gets tiring. You get what I'm saying? It gets really frustrating, and I believe that's what's really getting to me, in all honesty. But again, huge shout out to David from JDM California. Hit him up for all you guys' needs. If you guys live closer to SoCal, you guys are in the Ontario area, around the surrounding areas, hit him up, because he does have the best pricing around. He has better pricing than HMO. He has better pricing than a lot of other JDM spots around here, which is why I go to him. And plus, it's convenient. He's in Ontario. I'm in Moreno Valley. So at the end, it's really beneficial for both of us, I guess you could say. Business for him and a new motor for me. But nonetheless, other than that, he helped me pick a new good motor. He chose a motor for me that was going to be, he knew I was going to be happy with. It doesn't have a lot of leaks or any of that stuff, which the RBB3 did have. So he kind of pushed me away from it. After re-securing everything with Brandon and Dana, I decided to go ahead with RBB4 and get this one for a little bit more. But nonetheless, I'm happy with it. I would rather do this than have a leaky motor and have to address so many other leaks. Even though we are going to be doing a lot of new gaskets to this, it's still a lot better having this. And plus, this one has 200 compression across the board, all 4 cylinders, and the last one, RBBs usually have around 180. RBB4s have around 200, give or take. So you can see, or I seen that it was really healthy and it wasn't low on compression on any of the cylinders. Everything was equal. But again, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. And if you guys did enjoy today's video, please like, comment, subscribe down below. Let me know in the comments whether you guys want me to go ahead and continue with these vlogs or not. But yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Till next time.